Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your next session of Group Therapy. I am King Bear in the building.
Michelle K.
The one and only heavy duty Cutie.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again.
Let's get it.
We ain't gonna hold you. We're back in the swing of things. You guys ready to do it?
Let's go.
We got a great show for you, so we ain't gonna hold you up. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Let's get
One thing we're talking about with leaders is if you go to group therapy, and this is something that I emphasize, no two group leaders are necessarily going to lead group in the same way.
Now, this is about decisions that we made about the kids that we have, and if we had a choice. And now, again, this is coming from a place of not disqualifying the kids you have. Okay, this is all hypothetical, so don't take it from a place of I'm not changing my kids. I love my kids. I would never take them back or nothing like that. Okay? So just lock that out of your head. This is a hypothetical situation. I know certain people might get a little sensitive.
when it comes to my daughters.
Yeah, they might get a little sensitive. Aren't they? They're adorable. I love them.
See how big she gets?
They do. All right, so if you had the opportunity, all right, to think about anybody who's been in your past that you've been with, and you had the opportunity to decide and choose who you bred with, would you still pick the person that you made your kids with, or would you pick somebody else? No names, but would you pick somebody else? And if you would, what about those characteristics and why would you pick that other person? If you would pick somebody.
This is based on what we see of them now.
What you know about them. Yeah, you can go by overall. You don't have to go by what you knew in the past about them. Just overall, what you think about them now, and you know.
I'll let you go first, that one. That's a tough one for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I already know.
I'm with Michelle K on this one. I know too.
Is this one guy I dated? We dated, and he was like
Light skin?
He's dark skinned.
Chocolate.
Well, I mean, I don't have my preference. So, but he was a good guy, good job, excellent father figure, and got stable. Oh yeah, I would definitely.
It's like all the check marks.
Yeah.
How old were you when you met? Originally. Give or take.
39.
Okay, like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
There he go.
How you doing?
All right, so physical stature. What was like? Yeah, I ain't talking about
Like,
pickles and shit, but just like height.
He was 6'2". At the time when I met him, he weighed about 400.
He was a heavy duty guy.
He was a big guy.
Thank you. Shout out to heavy duty. We got him.
Okay.
He was big.
Okay.
But now he's like a good 275.
How?
Wow.
Still not that bad.
Yeah, but it fits his body though.
Yeah, it's healthy. It's healthy.
Yeah. You still got titties?
Michelle K likes to.
Okay, it's not that bad.
Michelle K likes to be warm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the winter is longer than the summer. Let him know.
I'm telling you.
Oh, he's a snuggler, so.
Look at her smiling too. Michelle K likes to be warm.
Her eyes are sparkling.
You see? You see?
Silly.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Well, he was.
He was a teddy bear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So just clean cut. I don't like all that. I don't like the beard.
You know what?
No, I don't.
Me neither.
I don't like. I mean,
That's
they
that
have a
Atlanta
little
stuff.
bit,
Yeah.
but
That long goat looking.
well, that's just don't have the full. Everybody don't.
It's just you gotta eat grass.
It ain't for everybody.
It's not.
Just
It's
clean,
like
nice and clean.
As she said on Friday, bitch, I know somebody like it. Go ahead. No, I'm playing. Go
But
ahead.
it's like when you rub it up against it, it's all itchy and
Right.
oh, I don't like that. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm not discriminating.
Mine is
It
my
doesn't
sauce.
have, like, yeah, you know, some people, but it's just. You know,
I don't want to know. I'm okay.
She talking about your scraggly ass. I'm really
Cocoa oil.
Go ahead though.
But other than that, like I said, physically, yeah, like, you know, but like I say, he's a little smaller now, so it's
Oh, slide.
Did he have kids?
just one.
Okay.
His son, and
Okay.
his son is excellent.
Mm.
In school.
Yeah, one son. How many baby mamas?
One.
Okay, that was a math question. I was making sure.
Nah, he just,
Oh, I was about to say, I'm like, what's it, Latino math? Like, what?
Catch up, bro. Catch
You
up.
got one son? What are you talking about?
he
And
didn't,
this is like two midgets.
he didn't want any more kids, and I was.
Okay.
I'm a stickler for that. I don't want to date somebody that has like 2, 3 kids.
Mm.
Oh, that's discrimination though. How many you got?
2. So I don't want you to have no more. If I have 2,
Yeah.
and you have 1, that's 3. That's already a limit.
Yeah.
So if you bring 2 into that and not 2, you got 4 kids.
Yep. I'm with you on that.
That's
No,
discrimination, though.
no.
It
That's
could
discrimination.
Be, well,
That's
why
not.
I date 'em.
That's a good discrimination.
Nah,
That's-
why I
that's messed up.
No, that's financial planning. That's good. Don't listen to
I
him.
can't afford, and then I know my temper.
I know that's
and all that
right.
Stuff, like I can't do all the kids.
But what if they wonderful kids?
Don't matter.
I'm not saying rugrats.
You never know, right?
I'm not saying baby.
You never
kids.
know.
Well, you gonna meet the kids.
Never know.
before you come-
Not if it's that many.
I dated.
You never know.
I think the guy. One guy I dated, he probably had 5 kids before it wasn't his, but he still took care of them. I don't want that responsibility.
I know that's right.
You know, so no.
Never know.
So
I've been there. I understand.
so I keep it to what I can handle.
That's fair.
That's right.
To each their own.
All right. So what about you, heavy duty?
Okay.
The question. Is there somebody, or do you believe that you bred with the ideal person to have bred with?
Yes. And at the time of my life, where mentally,
Not talking about the time of your life. I'm talking about overall, looking back. Is there anybody that, for any reason, that you would have believed would have made a better
No.
breeder?
no.
Wow. See, he's being sensitive.
No, I'm not.
He's thinking of his kids now, and he don't want to take back his kids
I'm
now.
not saying
Are
that.
you and the mom still good?
The mothers? Respectfully, yes. To a certain point, right? It's just, hey, can I see my daughters? There's no like real communication, like, how you doing? You know, how's your family? How's your husband?
So you wouldn't even change that?
No. No, because it changed me and it helped me become stronger
Are you
emotionally. Yes. I had a lot of love for each one individually, right? But because of that, because of the pain, I am who I am today. I grew from it. That's what. That's how I look at it. It's about growth, personal growth. And you know, I went down with my last child's mother. I was hurt. You know what I mean? But not so much for the relationship. It was more like I didn't see my daughter all the time. But because of that experience I went through, I know in my next future experience what to look for, what not to look for. Right? No.
You see?
No. No. Because it's I'm recreating myself. You know? And I want the next person in my life hopefully be my last, you know, who I date. That's what I look for. So I'm grateful for those experiences, even though in the moment I thought they were the devil. And sometimes I do, sometimes. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful for who I am today. I'm like the chubby, you know, phoenix that can't fly very much because I'm overweight. But I'm like,
Okay.
As long as you can get off the ground.
That's it. I'm off the ground.
Okay.
I'm not D block no more.
Well, for me, I'm definitely changing. And I'm changing for a myriad of reasons.
That's big work. What that mean?
Many.
I know.
Well,
I know.
for me, when I go back and I think about it, there were a couple different people that it would have made much more sense for me to breed with. And I purposely use that word because I'm not talking about being in a relationship. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about offspring. And I'm trying to paint a picture of just the offspring for the sake of offspring. And the mother of my son was a bad choice. And just from a physical standpoint, her stature, I took a major risk. Being that, she was 5 feet tall. And this, once again, it's the type of thing where, tall guys tend to like shorter women and short women love to be with taller guys. Like, I really play Russian roulette with my family's lineage. Like, something about a lot of men in my family, we are typically taller, bigger bone, bigger type of guys. And me getting with somebody whose stature is that small and her family's that small, I could have messed around and had a really small, runny type of kid.
I can imagine that.
And exactly, like, whereas, my first wife was 6 feet tall. And she went to college on a basketball scholarship. And she, and basketball scholarship and academic scholarship.
Smart too.
So smart and play ball. And then, right. And then my third wife, driven entrepreneur, very smart. And she was considerably taller than my second wife. So she would have been a much better choice as well.
Question: how tall are you?
6'4".
6'4". So
right between 6'4" and 6'5". So I don't
6'4"
play
now.
around. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm 6'4".
Your first wife.
Technically, I'm 6'4" and 2/3, but who's counting?
Your first
So I
wife
say
was
6'4".
6 foot. The second was Chickadee.
5 feet,
And your current wife is how tall?
5'8".
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I'm 5'6".
So
Yeah, she's so tall.
yeah. So just from a physical stature, much better choices that I've been with that I should have.
Yeah.
Because had I picked the first one, I kid probably would have been like 6'8". You'd have been a freaking monster. Basketball skills over there, football skills over here, smart on both ends. What?
1.5.
It would have been a 401k right there. His name wouldn't have been 2, it would have been 401k.
But we would have never met. If you look at it.
Sure, it would have.
Why? You would have been probably living somewhere else.
Why would I?
Because
I still would have divorced her. I just would have had a kid with her. Again, like I said, this isn't an exercise about me.
Yeah.
This is about breeding.
Okay.
That's why I was trying to get y'all to see what I was talking about. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about who I chose to breed with, who I actually lay down and have kids with. It has no influence on who you decided to stay with, just who you had kids with.
I understand.
So I think that, I definitely should not have had a child with her. Should not have. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And then the second one, mentally unstable, and all of that stuff I'm seeing and dealing with my kid now. Like, I'm estranged from my son right now, and you know, it's eating me up. But that's the thing with boys, and Michelle K, you can attest. You know, having girls is completely different than raising boys, because you know, girls have that, and it's not just that emotional thing. Girls get able to explain how things work, and you can talk to girls, and then they're more receptive to talking to you. Boys don't get that. When you exactly.
It's like playing handball. It's like catch
right,
already.
And it's like you try to explain life to a boy. It's impossible. A boy has to damn near kill himself to realize, hey, that was dangerous. I better not do that again.
He has to fall on his ass,
right?
To understand, like.
But a girl, you can say, hey, don't do that. That'll hurt. And for a girl, that's, hey, that's not something I should do because that'll hurt.
Yeah,
a boy would be like, nah, I could jump down these stairs.
Put my finger in.
It won't hurt me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Right. And that's a lot of what I've gone through. And it's, you know, it's a terrible thing because when I've tried to instill that, I faced opposition from the mother. And it's like, now the boy's grown, completely lost, and lives on the other side of the country, and I can't even, there's no way that I can even instill anything to him because now he's grown and he's doing whatever it is that he got to do.
He's a man up here.
Right. So, and I'm not a Tyler Perry type of dude. Like, I'm not a simp. I'm not a follow behind type of person. And for all the people out there who are gonna watch this and say, man, that's your kid, you got to do whatever it takes. Fuck you too. Because I'm not built. I'm just not built. I'm not built to be that type of dude that's gonna let somebody give me their ass to kiss and I'm still gonna just run behind them. I'm just not. The second you give me your ass to kiss, that's the last time that you're gonna deal with me. Yeah. And it doesn't matter who you are. I'm done. Yeah. You know, and I'm hardwired that way. So he chose, you know, to distance himself from me. Not like I did anything to do that. I've literally tried to set him on proper paths, but my path to set him up right is a path of discipline and strict understanding. He don't want that. You see what I'm saying? And because he chooses that, I'm not going to do that. Oh, what do you want me to do? You're on your own. Because it's no bend, there's no compromise on that. You know, a few years ago, he was bringing up, or I've been thinking about coming back to Georgia and maybe going to school down in Georgia.
Remember you said that in the beginning.
Yeah, and I said, great. That's a great idea. However, you got to have a plan. And he got out on the West Coast with his mom's and he turned into basically a weed head. All right. And this is when he was 18. And I said, it's not going to fly here. It's not going to fly here. You're not going to do that in my house. So one, that's out the window. And not know, oh, I'll just do it outside or I'll just hang out in the streets and then come home. No, you can't even, none.
It's legal here, right? In that state?
Yeah.
Nah, he's like
Oregon.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it should be out there too.
Yeah, it is. I said, you're not even going to smell like that coming into my house because I got a fucking bloodhound nose.
Yeah,
like you can't even hit my grass.
Take some clothes with me.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but yeah, y'all know. So I can't tolerate it. So you're not gonna have a section or room in my house smelling like that because you're doing that. So if you're gonna come down here, you can stay in the house. I will provide shelter, provide food. You don't have to get a job immediately right away, but that's something that you're going to have to do.
Give you like 90 days.
Yeah,
60 days.
like, you know, get yourself settled in, you know, get yourself enrolled in school. Once you're enrolled in school and you got everything sorted out, now comes the job, and now you find a proper balance between work and school, and now you further your life. Now you get everything set up.
That sounds fair.
Right. Once everything's going, and you get the paperwork on the wall, now we start the countdown for you to get the hell up out the house. Because you're not living here. You're staying here while you get yourself together. This is what I told my offspring. And when I say offspring, I mean all of them. They all got this message. Daughters too. Everybody got this. So it's been the same. I didn't treat anybody any different.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
I got told I was being unfair by the boy.
Interesting.
Why? Because over there, he doesn't have to worry about that.
Wildflower.
Mommy's like, nah, you can stay however long you want. You can do whatever you want. All this stuff. That's why he doing what he doing. But the second that he became a problem between mommy and her love interest, now she put him out. You see what I'm saying? And then he ended up in a doggone loony bin somewhere because he had nowhere to stay. And now, once that happened, now me and her are the problem. How about a problem when I gave you a way out? Oh, because you didn't let me just come down and do what I was doing here in your house.
It's called structure.
Nah, bruh. Exactly. So you had a problem with the structure. I didn't give him the easy out like mine gave him the easy out. And now I'm the problem.
So he was getting breastfed for a long time, basically, emotionally.
Until like a half hour ago, maybe. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? It's too much going on with that. But now, you know what I'm saying? So I know each time that I go through something with him and that interaction, this is something that presses on me. This is something that and maybe it's the funk logic spot of me that's like, boy, you picked a bad one to breed with. Like, this is one of those things where I'm like, I love my child, and I know there's no take backsies. I know that. But if I had a choice, that was not the best decision on February 14th, 2003 to let that sperm go. Because I know when it left. I know when he left me. I know. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, I remember the position. I remember how the lights were dim. I remember everything. I literally looked at her when he left me. I felt the virtue leave my bones like the Bible said. I felt them go out of me. I looked at her in the eye and I said, you pregnant. Right then, when he left. Not like the days later, months, like right there. It's like, oh, hey, you pregnant, man. I knew.
You would have got this.
And here's the crazy.
Yeah, I would have to go find something but
I knew.
He was married.
It felt no, not at that point.
I thought you were married.
No, we got married that year.
I knew that. Okay.
Everything happened in 2003. We moved to Georgia, got married, bought a house. I stopped playing football. I started working in middle Georgia. Everything, all that happened. 2003 was absolutely insane. But he was a big sperm too, because I felt him like, oosh. Nah, man, that one was different. I felt that. And then, 9 pounds, 8 ounces, and 20.3 inches long. And remember, she's 5 feet.
Right.
So she was 60 inches. So he was 1/3 her height at birth. So I knew. And even then, I still took the packet out the freezer and went and got it tested to make sure. And I was like,
never know. So
I'll be damned.
Were you guys dating or officially?
No. We were together because
you were living
I
together
met
at
her.
that time?
Yeah, I met her in Oregon, and then she came with me from Oregon to Boston, and then we lived together in Boston for a year, and then I was like, I'm not staying because at this time I worked at Intel, and I was like, I'm not staying in Boston no more. I'm out of here. It snowed 11 inches on the first day of spring. I said, that's it. I'm out of here. So we got a big map we decided we were going to move to the southeastern United States. Got a big map, put it on the wall, and then we blindfolded and we threw darts. And wherever it landed, from Virginia all the way down to Florida and out to, I think, Arizona. Yeah, it was just like the southeast U.S. And wherever the darts landed, that's where we were going to move to. We threw 3 darts. All 3 of mine landed in the Atlantic Ocean. So, and then I don't know where her first 2 landed, but her third dart landed in Georgia. So now we were like, okay, we're in Georgia. Obviously, going to be Atlanta.
Yeah, everywhere else is country.
We ain't moving them on from Calhoun. We ain't moving the damn. Yeah, so, and that's how I ended up in the area. So, but so we had been together for like a year and a half before I knocked her up. And that's, again, why I hate Valentine's Day. Because that day.
She wasn't taking the pill? Or
no.
You didn't put a condom on?
No. Like, because I was a world-class skeet shooter.
I know that.
I pulled.
I heard.
Pull!
Yeah. We're in the street. I get it. But did you guys have conversations like, you should be always on the pill?
No.
Okay. So
she was on the pill though.
Okay.
She was on the pill. And then because when we moved, you know, you got to find new doctors and stuff like that. And then when she didn't have doctors, because I was classically trained in the art of pulling. It wasn't that big deal. It's just, once again, on Valentine's Day, I just didn't pull that day. It wasn't even a slip. I just was like, I'm just gonna do it. So it wasn't a slip. I purposely did it.
Right. Well, you had to. You got to use protection.
Yeah, I purposely did it. That's why I literally said, "You're pregnant." I knew it. I knew what I did. And that bad boy left, and he was at the starting line like stretching. He's like, "Yo," he let me go. Yup. He said, the rest of y'all might as well go ahead and take a break, because this one's mine, dog. This egg is mine. And he got in there, and that little man child came out, like I said, 9 pounds, 8 ounces, head full of hair. Jet black, curly hair, full. Thought he was Mexican. I was like, who the hell she been fucking? This is not my kid, dog. So, I swear. I thought he was, but he was just, well, no, the hair. It was the hair. It was so beautiful. And I was like, this is not right.
Why? Because it didn't fit what you look like as a baby? Or? No. It was just so beautiful. Yeah, like, but I didn't look at him. I didn't look at him and be like, hey, who you been sleeping with? I just looked at him and was like, get the fuck out of here. I made this. Like, and then she had a best friend who was white, and his husband, he was like, oh man, hey, this looks like one of my workers. I was like, God, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, he was playing around, but I mean, the dude owned a roofing company, so he had a whole bunch of Mexican workers. So it's like, okay, you gonna fuck with me? Like, I'm already thinking that, but
that's why you got the test out, huh?
But and then she was like, she's like caramel complected. And then I'm darker skinned, I'm Swiss mocha, technically. And then a Swiss mocha. That's right, I'm Swiss mocha. But he came out and he was high yellow. He was literally like my wife's complexion now. Like bright yellow with jet black, long, big curly hair.
Right away, he was like 50% Cherokee.
I was like, what the? Like, what the? Who the? When the? Where the water? Like, what is going on here? But he was gorgeous, and he had solid gray eyes, and his eyes changed. His eyes changed from gray to green to hazel, and they mainly stay brown and hazel now. But when he was a kid, whatever mood he was in, his eyes would change color. It was crazy. I put that boy in modeling as fast as possible. I was like, yo, you need to go get your ass in these JCPenney catalogs and help us pay for some of this shit around here.
Sears.
Yeah, it was Sears. It was Sears, and I think Montgomery Ward. Montgomery Ward was big when he was little. Like the little pamphlet ones that would come in the mail. It was a little. They had to like.
I had a watch me grow kind of thing. You know, the pictures of the kids were older or something.
I'm talking about like catalogs, like you go to the store and you buy shit.
He was like a model.
Yeah, like little magazine, not like real magazine, but like advertising crud stuff like that. But you know, a couple little paychecks, so he'll pay for some Christmases. Had to.
My son.
He was ugly? Yeah, ugly.
He was a pretty little thing.
He was fine?
Nope. No.
Michelle K.
He blamed the
He had to be a face that a mom could love.
You blamed the daddy?
That's what people used to think, you know. And I used to, you know how when they say when you first get the baby, they want you to put the baby. I didn't want that.
Yeah. It might bite me. It's gonna bite me with no teeth.
Like, don't you want to know? Like, clean it up first. You got all this stuff.
Yeah.
I never understood that. I'm like, wipe the gooey stuff off.
It looks sticky.
And it's all white. I was like, no, you can go ahead and clean them up. I'll here take them over there. And the dad came late because he came so fast that everybody thought that I was gonna have him till later, so it happened fast. When mom came in, everybody coming in, I'm sitting up ready to eat. They tell her, where the baby? Yeah, over there. So we had this white lady. She died not too long ago. They both dead now. He came, you know, they was happening to visit from upstairs, and he came downstairs, and he was holding the baby. They thought he was the dad. So the nurse come in like, congratulations, like, he was white man. We all looking like, well, let me look at this baby again.
Did they make like a switch by mistake?
Nah, but he never left the room.
Okay.
He was in the room, but my son was like, and I told mom, was he gonna
I don't know. You were kind of drugged out.
Like,
you were drugged out.
I didn't do no.
You did natural?
I had all my natural. I can't.
No cesarean?
Wow.
You think I'm gonna get my stuff? First of all, pain on top of pain don't work for me. I would rather.
So you pushed it?
Yes.
How big was it?
You heard what she said, man.
Hold on.
They both was 6 pounds. Both my kids 6 pounds, 3 ounces. No, 6 pounds, 4 ounces.
You got 2 kids.
But I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing a needle in your back.
Yeah.
You wasn't gonna cut me, and then you talking about healing from that and walking around with a baby and doing all this. More power to the women who did it. Hey, y'all can have that road, but that was not for
Michelle K got shit to do.
Both times you went natural.
Both times.
She just said that, boy. You listening?
I
had my son. I beat everybody in the
that's
hospital.
strong, bro. That's a lot of pain.
Like 6 hours, probably less than 6 hours.
Yeah.
By the time I was up walking around like, dog, y'all still in labor? Got home the next day. I was running. I just had to get the baby out of my stomach. I kept telling my mom, I could get him out. My life would be normal.
Like some gas.
How you got it in there in the first place?
But now I need to come out. So can't be nothing. And my mom was like, "Oh God," I'm telling. She like, "Kim, we just had a baby. I feel good. Like I didn't. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Yeah, he was not cute. I was not even gonna take his first pictures of his as a baby.
Wow.
My mom begged me, Kim, please. I don't have not one baby picture of my son.
What about your daughter?
Oh yeah. I put her in pageants. She was. But he became cute after 3 months.
Does your son know this?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because when he seen his baby picture at my mom's house, my mom and my sister the only one who has the picture of him. Nobody.
You don't even look at it.
Except my mom's house. I hadn't seen it now. Well, the last time we seen it was we was at my mom's house and he was going through the photos.
Yeah.
And he ran across his baby picture. Like I said, I don't have none of that.
Sure. On purpose.
Ew, who is that little baby? Look at his face. And we like, what?
And
that's you. That's what we said. Oh, that's you. What? Yep. That's what I said. Like, ew. He was like, ain't no way.
That's why I never held you until you were like 4.
I was like, please, I wasn't taking him nowhere. I don't want nobody to talk about me in my face.
So you said you were embarrassed. Hold up, world. Michelle K just said she was embarrassed of her son.
I was. I mean, just like it is what it is. People, they might not admit that their baby was ugly, but mine's.
A lot of them don't.
Yeah, but don't lie to me. Don't have me going out here thinking my baby look like a world prize and he don't look like the Grinch or something, and y'all laughing behind my back.
You know how they got contests for like the ugliest dog?
Michelle K is, the realest.
I gotta give you props. You keep it at 100.
But he have to. Man, don't ask me.
Can you take a picture of that picture and send it to
Nah,
her?
don't do that.
I'm gonna send my mama find the picture. I got it somewhere. But
Don't do that. Leave that shit.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
I believe you. Leave it alone.
I want to see it. World, we want to see it, don't we?
No, we don't. We're not gonna put that up there. We are not gonna put that up there. No, we're not. No.
Oh my God! Yeah, I would have burnt that picture. I would have burnt it.
We are not gonna put no baby's pictures up there, man. We ain't gonna do that to him.
No more. He's 40.
You're a grown man. We ain't gonna do that to nobody.
He already know what he looked like.
He outgrew the ugliness.
After 3 months, he was gorgeous. Then his hair, he was so handsome.
Right.
Oh my God.
So that's when you started hugging him?
Yeah, that's when I started taking. Look, I put him in pictures. Then I got mad because we were like, "This is a girl." They used to think he was a girl.
Oh Lord, he got too pretty, huh?
Right, look. I'll take this diaper off, let you know this is not a girl. So don't play with me. I used to get so mad, but yeah, he made up for it. He definitely made up.
What you have braids on?
He just had all this curly hair. He had long. His eyelashes was so long, and they used to think he had arched eyebrows and stuff. I mean, he was just a handsome. He made up for it.
I ain't gonna lie, that's how my little brother was. Big sleep.
From the West Coast.
My little brother, he had the big long eyelashes all the time. And they would get wet and clump together. And all the girls would be like, "Oh, his eyelashes are so cute." And Sleep got big eyes too, so he'd be and I would look at him, I'm like, "Stop blinking your eyes like that." What? I'm not doing nothing.
That's the thing he had.
Oh my God. Oh, I hate the little light skin boy doing shit like that. Big old eyelashes. Wow. So you still standing true, huh? You ain't nobody else.
No, because they're great mothers.
No belief. We ain't talking about that. You missing the point.
I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not missing
The point is, listen.
Go ahead.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Yes.
Stop being sensitive.
I'm not being sensitive.
You are being sensitive. You worried about the mothers, and you worried about the type of person you are. I'm talking about. Right. You see? You see what I'm saying? To be sensitive over here. This is outside of the kids that you have. This is, do you think that potentially, if you won't even listen.
Go ahead.
Good Lord. Somebody check his ethnicity. He act like it's like arguing with a black woman right now. Listen. You know what? Hold on. I got it real easy. I'm just gonna cut his mic. He gonna have to listen. He go over there and talking like kung fu. He can be talking. No words gonna be coming out. I'm just saying. Do you think that outside of the kids that you have, is there anybody that you would have been with that would have given you kids that would have prepared for or given kids a better advantage? Not necessarily if the mother would have been better or if the mother would have made you a better person. Just equipping the kids to be better.
Nope.
Okay.
I was in New York and I ran through a lot of, and there were no quality.
So you haven't ran through any really intelligent women who happen to be Latinas, who have something going for them that might be considered a little bit better or a little bit more advantageous, that could have been passed off to progeny, that mixed with your DNA would have made kids better off or better suited for a world than the mix of your DNA with the current mothers that you have?
No.
Okay.
Because I was in the streets and I was hanging out.
Always.
A lot of my,
I didn't say a lot. It's always. I'm using a definitive.
Right.
Always. Out of everybody. The whole line.
Out of everyone that. No.
So all you bang was scalawags outside of your baby mamas. That's what he's saying.
That's true.
You ain't have a purpose.
No,
You
nothing.
just
No
out
purpose. I was a whore.
Okay.
I was skinny and I had more hair. So, and my personality, I was a killer. I was like,
Okay, so even between the baby mamas, you was going scalawags whores, baby mama or wife.
Yeah.
Divorce, scalawags whores, ho, this is a potential, so I know she's different. So, baby mama, scalawags whores. So you
got it 100% correct.
You are so foolish. Oh my God.
Have I talked to you about any females lately? Or in a while?
Is that you just couldn't find none? Or just, you could find them like that, but I'm saying that's on a level to where you're more compatible. Or you wasn't
It all depends. I started early, sexually, right? Really early. And the way I grew
Hold
up
on,
in
I'm
my
gonna let you
neighborhood-
finish your story. I shouldn't even have to do this on group therapy. Arnold.
He's lying.
Okay, go ahead, finish.
We only met like in 2006. So he knows me from 2006 to
But I'm talking about since 2006 because that's when the offspring came. I know you since your offspring's been here. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. How many women do you know I've been with since 2006?
Due to the fact that I know you, brother, I'm not going to incriminate my fam right here. Okay? I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to leave it out there like that. Because some people have pending cases, and I'm trying not to put you out there. Why you know I'm gonna put this out here on the web, right? You know it's incriminated, right? Why you asking me that?
So
What you doing?
again, scallywag a lot of it before and after those relationships. Just had to let it go.
Somebody I know, I'm not going to say any names, worked in the banking profession. And somebody I know made a lot of relationships while in the banking industry. And some of those relationships seem to be with people who had pretty good heads on their shoulders. And some of those people being in banking institution or banking industry would tend to be financially responsible.
No, that's a lie.
None?
A lot of them are back
I
overseas.
didn't say a lot. I said some.
Okay.
Okay, so if we're playing the law of averages and we're basing it off of some being intellectually and financially responsible. So we're creating. I'm just creating a pie chart, and we're putting down slices. So we're putting a slice for those that would be financially responsible, and we're putting a slice for those that would be intellectually advanced. And now we're going to draw a circle, and we're just trying to find out in that circle who would be both financially responsible and intellectually advanced, and in that circle, people who had been with said partner of the person that I'm thinking of, because I'm not going to incriminate anybody. And I'm just wondering, are there any women who fit in that circle? So what I'm hearing is there's none.
Yeah, that I gotta call.
So if the law of averages serves incorrect, what I'm hearing is there's none that fit in that circle.
Not for him.
That's what I'm hearing.
Right.
So just nothing but broke, idiotic scalawags.
That's why he said he was a hoe. He just was out there, so he wasn't looking for anything.
So hoes only sleep with other hoes, is what I'm hearing.
Pretty much.
That's a question for cinema.
That's amazing. Because I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't just out here smashing hoes. When I was doing my thing, I was putting down well-to-dos. Because I didn't want to get caught up with hoes.
He tells a story I'll let it
I
go.
did do a couple hosts, of course, but that wasn't my goal. Like when I was out here hunting, like you had to have something about yourself just in case I got caught.
Right,
Like
in between your relationships, in between.
I didn't know if one could spring up to be a relationship though.
Just have fun.
All right, I get you.
That's what
I get you. Oh. What's this? This is a New York Giants baseball cat, but
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Maybe I should get him one to wear when he's telling his part of the show. Okay. My guy.
I'm staying strong with what I'm saying because I am speaking. Shout out to the truth.
I think he just tried not to incriminate himself, but okay. He worried about not hurting his little girl's feelings, I think, but I don't know.
I'm just telling the story. You see your point. I said, why?
I got you.
I
got you. Ladies and gentlemen, put in the comments if you think that Heavy Duty's telling the truth. I know 2 people gonna write in the comments. He be like, he's faking. I know at least 2.
Shout out to the West Coast.
Yeah, because you already know he's gonna be like, okay. Oh man, yeah, that's fun. But so Michelle K, you said you go with I'm not even gonna say it, but you would change up.
Somebody better looking. Somebody better looking.
Nah, she just said big.
Oh, just
Nobody I
tall.
dated was ugly.
Oh,
They was
She said, "Do not get it twisted."
it was not.
There was no scalawags in her bag.
but us guys, I was gonna say us guys, we in our past we had some fugglies before. Am I right or wrong?
That's the ones I woke up to and didn't realize. Damn, where you come from? Damn, it was that kind of night. So
I had 2.
I get that.
I had 2.
Many?
2.
Many?
2.
Yes,
I had 2. I had 2 that I can think of that I was like,
yeah.
yeah, 2.
Yeah.
2 solid deuces. 2 solid deuces. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say everybody been dimes, but deuces. Like sub 5s, 2.
Like hairy chins.
Sub 5s.
Hairy chins.
Nah, no wolfbacks, just not attractive, but
Okay.
2s. Like definitely 2s. But oh Jesus, those 2s.
Yeah.
Boy.
It's one thing when you knew you brought them home. It's another thing when you forgot you brought them home.
Right.
And then you realize
This is your safe space.
you wake up and like,
You gotta go.
and then I'm looking like, so I'm getting up trying to figure out where this person comes from. My friend like, you don't remember?
Where this person
like,
come
he
from?
gotta go. Like, then he landed like, what we gonna do today? Not a good thing. Not a bad thing. You ain't supposed to
You
be
mine.
like, no, like I thought you thought wrong, buddy. And lose my number on your way out the door. Like, I promise you this one.
This was a freebie.
Boy,
Yeah.
I was so mad at my friend. I said, don't you ever let me do that again. Don't
Wait a
care.
minute. He got you getting up out of your house.
Man,
I gotta go supermarket. I gotta go.
He got you getting up out of your shit.
no, I had him get up. I had to tell my friend, and then she brought somebody home, and he was cute. I'm like, bitch, you let me get this like,
You got the fugly.
man.
Oh, you were running wing.
Man,
Did you at least collect 40?
I don't even.
She was running wing. She had
I
to.
don't remember anything.
Yeah,
Like,
so you had to run wing.
yeah. I
You
still
were
be mad
the
at her.
wing. I've been wing many times.
I don't want to be. Don't. I love to be by myself. I don't want to be no third wheel. Don't feel sorry. Hey, I got a friend. What? I'm good by myself. Don't do me like that.
Just give me the batteries. We good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's. I understand.
Yeah, I had a fugly pop bad on me, man. Turn me down. I was like, what the?
That one hurts the most.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on. Do you know what you look
When
like?
a fugly turns you down, I'm like,
Hold on.
what?
Please, you better let
You don't see this?
That chick had me drive all the way out to what's the city just south of Alpharetta? What's that called? Like when you're going up 400. Not Norcross. It begins with a N though. It's another N city. But I drove all the way up there. like 11, 12 o'clock at night. Went all the way up there.
And you wash your nuts and everything.
Everything.
Damn.
Fresh and clean.
Right.
Driving with my legs open so the nut cheese don't so it don't form on the drive. I'm driving like a trucker and shit.
He wearing shorts so the air just
got the air blowing up the shorts. So I'm like, God dang, it's cold. Because it's about to go down. Get over there and sitting on the couch like, okay.
She was a
you know,
fugly?
and
She was a fugly or
she was a fugly.
Okay.
And then she was like, oh, you know, this is the first time we met, so we can't do anything. The fuck I'm here for? We could have went to lunch on a Saturday afternoon, not to do nothing.
She called you over at nighttime?
Yes. It was like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night.
So she played you like that?
Yeah.
Bro, you got gas money? Did you get gas money?
Huh?
You got gas money?
No.
I'd have flat the tire.
Yo. Nah, but I made up for it because then, you know, she came over to the house maybe like 2 weeks later and ate the booty hole and everything, bro.
She ate yours or you
Yeah, she ate mine. She went and got the groceries. I don't care, man.
Oh, I can say nothing.
That shit's fucking fantastic.
I done heard.
This shit. I know I'm on the island on this one, but hey, shout out, hey, for all y'all
They
who.
do it. They do it. They don't want to.
That shit is fucking fantastic.
I can see Bear with his legs up like this.
You'd be surprised the position you can have a man and they be liking it. And they
Really?
as long as it stay behind closed doors, they don't do it.
I'll bring that shit open doors. That shit fucking is fantastic. Hold on, I tell it every single time.
Do you get Brazilian wax?
Hell nah, man. She got to eat the hair and everything.
Oh no, it can't.
Hey man, even Peaches got a little fuzz on it.
You better make sure that's.
Hey man, hold on, man.
Do you do it cleanse?
She did the flip. Nah.
Like the day
What?
before?
Hell nah.
Okay.
It's like church, man. I come as I are. I come as I are. No, fuck that, man.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, barbecue? What's that, brisket? What's that, brisket?
Nah, she was hold on, her brother was in the NFL.
Okay.
But she was deep into football because she wanted to eat it like with my booty in the air. She's like standing behind me. She was short too. She was like 4. She was 4'10".
Spread them out.
Yeah. She wanted to sit. She had me like crouch on the edge of the bed and put the booty in the air, and she was just like, and I was like,
so if I want to imagine
Your vision is just right.
no video. No video.
That'd be a first. Cheers. We know what we were talking about. You telling me
Ain't nobody talking to you. What?
she had you face down, ass up?
Yep. Sure did. Can't lie. Can't tell a lie. Can't tell a lie.
And were you holding the sheets and like just going?
I had my hands like this. I was like this.
Like you falling asleep?
Kinda, but I wasn't falling asleep.
Okay.
It was fucking crazy, dude. And then the same broad, like afterwards, she was like, "Oh, I guess you my man now, and I'd like to, this is what she said, like pillow talk afterwards." And she was like, "So I was just wondering because you know I'm digging everything about you." First smash.
Yeah.
Okay, because the first time at her house, she like dogged me out, wouldn't let me get it. Then she came to my house and she gave me all the goodies and shit, right?
Yeah.
So now,
Was it good?
after the smash, nah, it was adequate. It was nut busting. Like it wasn't nothing like the right home to mom about.
Yeah.
So right home to mom about some smashing, it's crazy, right? So, but here's what the insane part. So we like pillow talking, right? Yeah. So we in the bed pillow talking, and she was like, "So, I'm not gonna rush you or anything, but if you would have asked me to be your woman, I would definitely do it. In fact, if you wanted me to get a tattoo with your name, I would do it today. And just asking, what kind of tattoo would you want me to get, and where would you want me to get it?" I was like, you know what? you could get Papa Bear.
See, I would have been like,
look.
Talking to me,
look, I'm not even using like my King Bear moniker right now. I literally told her Papa Bear because I was like, you are now putting my name on your body. Like, it is not about to go down.
Bear, let me ask you a question.
I was scared, and she was like, "Where do you want it? You want me to put it on my ass?" She had a big old booty too, and I was like, "Nah, you put it like on your thigh." Maybe on your arm, like a patch. You can put like Papa Bear. Like, she's like, that's not sexy. I know.
What did she want? Oh, besides on her ass, that's what she wanted.
She said either ass or a tramp stamp or on the shoulder. So like when she wore a lot of like spaghetti strap type shirts so people could see it. I was like,
Michelle, my question.
You know what my thought was? Hold on. You know what my thought was? When she left, now I gotta move. Now I gotta move. Bam.
My question is, after Bear got his ass ate, I can't even see it right now.
Why you asking her? She'll know.
I'm assuming she's talking to him like this.
First of all, no, you asked me. I can tell you.
I will. So I'm assuming you here with me.
Yeah.
That she's talking
and
with the
like,
breath of
barbecue. No, see, you're just trying to be funny, and I can explain it, Mr. Funny Man. Since you're trying to be funny, first of all, this woman was experienced. Okay, so when she came, she bought toothpaste and toothbrush because she knew what she was going to do. So after she finished, before we even got down in the bed, she went in the bathroom and she washed and she gargled. So she went in there and so she knew she was a fugly because apparently this was her way of trying to boat anchor herself to a bunch of different boats. Because, like I said, once we finished, the pillow talk was, I think I can see you as being my man, so where do I get the tattoo? And she didn't have no other tattoos. So apparently, she been trying to hook a whole bunch of people doing this bullshit. Ain't nobody fall for it, including me. Hell no. Why? No. Yes, I did. On the titties. I kissed nipples.
Did she try to kiss your neck, your cheeks, your lips?
Of course not. For what?
She did it.
For what? No. If she kissed anything, she kissed my armpit when she was laying there at bed in the pillow talk and her face was right there. She might have right there. But she didn't kiss nothing up here. For what? She was like 4'10".
Right.
Yeah, she wasn't coming up in here. For what? And she was a fugly.
She didn't want to come up.
For what?
I'm not saying you wanted it.
No.
I'm saying maybe she tried.
No. This girl had some big giant eyebrows and a big wide face. She like a Samoan king. Like she.
Wow.
All right, I might be saying too much because she might like. Yeah. Oh fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
What's the name of that football player?
I don't know. I never asked her because I was not keeping. Okay. I was not keeping. But yeah, that was. You know what? Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta apologize. There's 3 fugglies. That just reminded me of another fugly. Because the other fugly was like knocking on my window, yelling my name out, after I smashed, and I forgot about that one. Yeah, that was another one. Because then the second fugly was the one that showed up to my house, but I didn't smash. So that one wouldn't count. So I'm back down to 2. Because one came to my house and she had like a hoopty. And this bitch car was like leaking in my driveway and shit. And she was like, I told my boy this, and he won't let me live it down. He keeps saying it, and he says it just like she did. She was like, hey, before I leave, I need to get some water. I was like, you need to get some water?
Was she in Louisiana?
It was a deep southern chick. I was like, what you need water for? I need water for my radiator. My radiator busted in my car. I need some water for my radiator. I was like, what the This bitch drove a car down. Her shit was busted. Drove it to my house. Car overheated.
She really wanted it.
I was like, man.
I'm telling you.
And she said, yeah, it's leaking all inside my car. She got in my house, took off her shoes. Her socks was fucking soaking wet, dragging antifreeze all throughout my goddamn house.
How was leaking inside of her car?
From down the firewall and into the car, like on her floor mat.
It's a fire hazard.
So
Must had a leak, like
She didn't have sneakers?
like maybe the heater, like one of the hoses in it was leaking all in the car. Like she smelled like antifreeze when she came in the house. So I need water for my radiator.
Did you still smash?
Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah, big booty.
Hell no. She's big everything, but not the stuff that matters. You know what I'm saying? She's one of them big girls with the flat booty and the little titties, but everything else was like a pie. I was just like, man, what the
brick wall.
what the fuck? What the fuck? Like one of my old co-workers hooked me up. It was like, she's so sweet and she's a soror of mine and she really, and you know, and I showed her your picture and she really, I was like, all right, what she look like? She light skinned, word, hook me up.
You need to see a picture?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, they're gonna be the
But
best
you know it.
They gonna give you that best pose.
You know,
That's
Snapchat filters before there was Snapchat filters, just from here up.
You probably see slim face.
It's a devil look.
Always sitting in the car. Like, where the picture where she's standing up? Oh, she don't like them.
She is standing.
She don't. No, I ain't gonna laugh at nobody. Child with y'all, man. I ain't even gonna go with y'all. I ain't gonna go with y'all. She kind of looked like the clown from Spawn, man. Yeah, she kind of looked like she was. It was bad. It was so bad. She came in. She, like I said, she drew, and I had like hardwood floors. And when she left, you see these fat footprints, like all the way throughout the house.
She was that big?
Yeah. And she came into my room, and I had Berber carpet in the bedroom, and she sat on the bed. And when she sat on the bed, like, you know when the bed does the creeps, like the bed did that, and she just sat like right there at the foot of the bed, right there, and she ain't moved.
That was a cry.
I think I put on like Armageddon, that old movie Armageddon, and then like I got up near the foot of the head of the bed. And I was just like this, was watching TV.
And she sat down at the.
And she sat down at the foot of the bed, and we just talking like that
The whole time?
the whole time. She sat there for maybe like 40 minutes,
She didn't try
and
that?
she's like, "Well, I mean, it was nice meeting you." I was like, "You too." She said, "Well, I'm getting ready to head out. Can I get that water?" I was like, "Yeah, I got you." I went and got like 2 gallon jugs of water.
You didn't want no head, right?
I didn't want nothing. I didn't even put the water in the radiator. I gave her the 2 jugs and let her go outside and go take care of her jug situation. I gave her the 2 jugs. I don't even know if she put it in there. I think she might have just drove off and waited till the car overheated. I don't know. And I went to work the next day. She's like, "Why you do my girl like that?" I was like, "Why your girl do your girl like that?" You knew what she looked like. Why you?
That's why she ain't had no full-on pictures.
Yeah. And she was laughing at me while she was telling me. I was like, "Come on, man. You had better girls than that. Why you do that?"
Sweet and nice.
All that.
One female says, "Oh, she got a great personality." Nope.
Nah, she ain't say that. She ain't say that. No, see, I worked with this lady, this girl for like a year and a half or so. And we were like really close. Like we worked in the same cube, and the cube had one mini wall. And like I trained her. Like she came online, and then me and her became real close, real good friends. And so we would talk a lot, and we used to call each other our work husband-wife type situations, right? But I never messed with her. She never messed with me. She was just real cool. And so when she knew, no, it's nothing to clean up. It's nothing to clean up. I can literally call her right now, and she'd say the absolute same thing. It was like we weren't even each other's types at all.
I got you.
But so when she hooked me up with a girl, she knew it was a fucking setup, cause she came to work laughing, talking about why you do my girl like that. And I was like, "Why your girl do your girl like that?" And she was like, "Man, you could have did something with her."
She wanted you to do something.
She she knew. She knew. She knew. And I was like, hey, you had some better girls. And she was like, you ain't asked for no better girls. You just asked if I had some girls. I was like,
she's one of the fellas.
Hey, I'm punch you in your head, man.
Take off on the team. You know what? He didn't know. He didn't say pretend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down here.
Yeah.
The ones that don't get a lot of play.
The one that's always in the dark.
Yeah.
Let me go get
And
him.
then when I was like, well, what fine ones you got? Well, I can't now because you don't went out with this one.
Oh, damn. She set you up real good now.
I was like, oh, so wait till you ask wait till you ask me to hook you up with one of my boys.
Yeah.
Nah, you already told me about your boy. I don't want none of it. I was like, well played. Well played. Well played. Well played. Cause yeah, my boys is treacherous. Well played.
For real. Shout out to the community.
But oh man, that was bad. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I dodged that one. Every so often I'll see that name pop up on my Facebook too. I don't even know. Oh, because I'm still friends with her.
Yeah.
So I'm like, because it'll be like, hey, this person could be your friend. I'm like, no, fucking can't. Get off my list. What the hell's that up there for?
That has happened to me so many times. Where do you know this person from? I'm like,
I don't never add.
Oh no, this was cuckoo.
I don't never add. I got to know you.
Yeah.
I don't ever add anybody I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this was fun. Oh, I don't know how much of this I'm going to edit out, but it's going to be a bunch. I ain't going to hell with the rest of y'all motherfuckers.
Don't edit out my son part. So they'll be mad at me later. I'll explain to her when I get home.
We should
You
invite
have
her
changed,
son, bro.
Oh my
Let's
God.
invite her son to the show.
Michelle K, you have evolved so much. I'm so proud of you.
She was like
this is
a
awesome.
church mice.
You remember how she was when she first came? She was like, well, I don't know if I should say anything because I might get in trouble. That's like, you leave that shit in there. Fuck that.
Speak up, girl. Speak your voice.
Outstanding. Oh,
We should invite her son for one show.
He actually,
You think he'll do it?
wow, that's so slow. I'm tired. Probably
Slow?
Not slow like that.
Like school bus slow?
No, you know, boys just extra.
Yeah.
He got a little sense, but I don't know.
yeah, he might be too much.
You know, he 28.
Does he speak too much like the Atlanta slang?
And he raised in the hood.
I know. It's
So,
from
The D.
Oh, you know what he gonna do.
He talk crazy, but not too crazy because he know I don't like it to a certain extent. But he'll say some little stuff, you know. But
Has he seen the show?
Yeah, he gonna do what you typically get when you get a friend that's a rapper or something, and he gets up on stage and then he passes you the mic and you don't know what you're doing, but you gonna try to show out in front of people and be extra. You be like, why are you doing that?
Like a hype man.
he has a little sense though.
Okay.
He's smart to a
Yeah.
certain extent, but he's a boy.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff won't make sense. But he got a good head on his shoulder. He just needs to use it better.
Sure. He needs the right influence.
Yeah. He needs a figure, a real father figure.
I understand. I get that. Next topic.
Sound like a roll.
Yeah.
Sound like a roll. Jelly roll, perhaps? Oh, God. And on that note,
I gotta try her cooking first.
oh, this was much needed today, ladies and gents. The state of the... never mind.
I want to give a special shout out to all the board members and all the HOAs across the nation. All the stress you guys go through, I got a lot of more respect for you guys.
Yeah.
I would never volunteer for that shit.
On that note, we gonna get ready to get up out of here. Anybody got anything else? All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and talk about anything that you want in the comments. We'd love to hear it. And as you can see, we write back. And there's no comment that's too bad, too good, too funny, too profane, any of that. We love them all. So bring them on in there. All right. And on that note, I've been King Bear in the building.
Michelle K.
You know.
Dewey.
The heavy duty. Cutie.
I like them big. I like them chunky. I like them big.
I don't know if that needs to be yours or Michelle K's now that
We can share it. We can share it.
Oh, you talking because I just thought about that.
Like that? Like that? Got him.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good one, and we're gonna see y'all on the next one.
Have a good one.
Peace.